Volskaya. I think this one, I don't know, this map is interesting because it's one of the, I think it's the best of the assault maps in terms of objectively being a good map. I think like the last point is probably, I mean, it sucks to attack because the spawn is so far away, but I think the actual fighting is a lot more offense favored than the other stages because there's like multiple ways to enter and there's multiple ways to take engages, and the defensive spawn isn't actually that close. I mean, it's close, but it's not like on top of it like it is on Anubis and Hanamura, so I think if you're going to get a map, this is the one you want. Although they picked it. KDP Panther picked it, so... Or Lunatic picked it, rather. But Lunatic is actually pretty good at this map. They run like that weird Jaehong 76 stuff, right? Or do they not do that anymore? I think last time they played this, Jaehong wound up playing 76. I want to say it was against... Was it the finals? It was the grand finals, right? Lunatic High went there. I just remember Jaehong wound up switching to 76 at the end and he like carried with it. Yeah, he came back to the point. Alright, so running dive with Widow. So Eska just needs to hit a shot. Like any shot. That was risky business. 40% ult, easy. They're running this instead of a 76, which is kind of cool, but I think it's extra effective because Eska's playing the Widowmaker. That said, though, I wouldn't expect Lunatic to lose this map. I think that they have the best... They're like very good at ult management when it comes to this map in particular. But EMP is just super good. That said, the damage output of KDP Panther's comp is kind of questionable, and Waka Waka is kind of useless. So I honestly don't know why you would... I like seeing Sombra. I don't like seeing Sombra replace DPS classes. Because you're like running 3 healers and suddenly you're running this composition that has... Like both your healers are kind of gimped, and then you're running a hero that doesn't really do that much damage. So you're getting less support ults and then you're getting less damage output. So is it really that good? I don't know. That's my opinion. Like, I think Waka Waka could be playing this, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. It's just like a bizarre world. Because like supports build ult off healing, and then you're taking away healing from them because you're giving health packs. And then you're popping EMP, but you have less damage than if you were running another hero. Like if the Lucio became a 76 and you ran, or like a, I don't know, you get like a May or something, but... Yeah, like if there was a 76 instead of Waka Waka, it'd be so strong, I think. Because Waka Waka still, it's been 2 minutes, he's only at half ult. And you can get ult in like 40 seconds now as Lucio if you're the only one healing. That said though, it doesn't look like Lunatic knows how to deal with this, as they've just been getting farmed for 3 lives. Like Lunatic doesn't have any ults yet still. They're just getting shut down so fast, but a lot of that I think had to do with the Widowmaker that just didn't do anything. And there were some pretty sick nades by Luffy in that last fight, or the fight before this rather. But Zumba on 76 isn't really that scary to me, so I'm surprised that they're even trying it, but they don't have a diva either. It's interesting though that Birdring can play all this stuff. Like Birdring Tracer doesn't even look that bad right now. Although he actually could have lived there pretty easily. Got cocky. So like Waka Waka has his first sound barrier 2.5 minutes in. It's fine, I guess. I guess you don't really want to run Diva into Sombra, but yeah, KDP has a lot of options. So now Lunatic Kai, no. Birdring dies, Void dies. This should be their fight. I mean, the trans finally came out. Luffy's gonna save the sound barrier. Waka Waka popped barrier. Is that late? What happened here? When did he pop this? Okay, this is bad play actually for him to pop that now, right? It's like after both of them die. Void dies. Like right there, you barrier, I think. Yeah, he barriers now when they're running literally solo DPS Sombra and a Winston, which is like meh. But losing that ult's really bad. Did I get that hoodie? I think I got on like the Alibaba website. Could ult charges be rebalanced again? Maybe? I don't know. Probably. I want more consistency. There's a lot of arbitrariness when it comes to ults right now, but whatever. Now KDP like literally can only nano boost this Winston and hope that the Winston gets primal. It's like kind of their only play. I guess they have EMP, but they don't have that much damage still. I think it's like Alibaba or AliExpress or something. Both of them die. Did he just go AFK? Like he like tilted? You could like see the tilt there from somebody. Who did he nano? So Winston. So the Winston needs to get... Ooh, the Winston dies at 82. So this is really bad for KDP. Their defense definitely should not have been that exploitable. Like someone should have been scouting that. I don't see how that pulse bomb comes in untouched. I don't understand how Who Are You gets the kill there either. They got snowballed, but they weren't even in the worst spot that they could have been in. I mean, as long as if they could have just gotten an EMP off onto Jaehong and dove with the Winston, like this fight would have been over actually, and they would have been fine. But now they're stabilizing, I guess now. But KDP should not have allowed that to happen. I mean, they survive, but definitely not ideal. But yeah, Waka Waka's like having such a hard game as Lucio. Like, I actually wonder how much value he thinks he's having. Like, he's gotten one barrier off this entire game, and it wasn't even really that good. I don't know if he can play 76. I'm just like spitballing ideas, but if he could play 76, like I think it'd be a lot better. Even like Roadhog wouldn't be too bad. Or May. But I guess a lot of teams can't really run that though. Surprised he didn't go for the pulse bomb onto the Winston. Playing so cocky too, like I want to say he's asking to die, but if he died there, that would have been really bad. They have nano for the Winston again though. They just have to keep getting fissure ults rather. If Fissure can get like primal rages, they just win by attrition. Those just won't die. That kill on Jaehong's really big, but that's just the EMP getting rid of all of his shields. It's actually crazy how good Sombra is against Zenyatta in general. You like drop down to 50 health, then you just get melted. Usopp defense is pretty lackluster in general. I mean, you could probably even make a case for Torbjorn, as weird as that sounds. Like EMP into Molten Core is pretty sick. I'm surprised the Lunatic High is letting this fly so long though. I'm assuming what's going to happen is Jaehong's going to somehow get a kill, because this is usually what happens on this map. Is like Lunatic High actually isn't so good at pushing some days, and then Jaehong just pops off. That's a really big EMP actually. Or hack rather. Rascal's aim is actually sick. I thought he EMP'd and got rid of the sound barrier on the 76, but he just mowed him down. He needs the EMP right now. But the monkey's not there. Where's the monkey? That's a huge misplay, actually. He can't die right now, this Winston. I don't even know why he popped Primal there. I think anytime you're popping Primal not to delay the point, you're kind of feeding. But I think that you just pop Sound Barrier right now, because you only have to win one more fight, realistically. But this is so weird, because both teams, like, Lunatic High's not really even taking, like, competent pushes. They're just kind of plus forwarding into them. And it's kind of awkward to watch, because it shouldn't be working, or it shouldn't be good at all. And Rascal's just kind of, like, popping these translocators, and, like, look at this Winston. Like, why is he even there? Like, stuff like this just, like, shouldn't be happening. Like, they're getting way too cocky. Awkward. He just needs a decent EMP right now. I mean, they have self-destruct too to delay the point. So I don't think that they'll retake this. Why does he throw? If they lose this, I'm gonna be so mad. Like, Birdring, why are you there? I'm getting pretty mad now. Because this was a pretty easy win. If they lose this, I'm gonna be pretty sad. Like, I'll talk about why they should have won this, actually. Or how they should have won this.
One kill onto Zunba. Yeah, gets the pulse bomb down, gets rid of Zumba, but he gets taken out immediately. Second tick now achieved by Lunatic and Kongdu Panthera. They just don't have the respawns yet. Coming in one at a time as they just try to delay as much as possible. If they step off of this for 1 second, Lunatic will lose this. Luffy's coming back now, has the nano boost used already, but more kills, only Fisher on the point. Trying to get the heals coming in, but he's just not able to do it. The sound barrier there from Lunatic, keeping them healthy, and finally the tick going.
They're gonna lose. It's actually crazy. Okay, let's go back in time, because that was awkward. And this, I honestly do think that shot calling in general in this game right now is not where it needs to be. Because if this were a pub game, this was very winnable. Where are we? Let's go back to here. No, let's not go back to here. Let's go back to 10 seconds. Alright. All that you need to do right now is, like, not feed. Like, Lunatic actually has no business even, like, thinking about winning this engagement. Like, realistically, the only way that they win this engagement is, like, if Jaehong hits, like, a fat sleep dart onto Rascal or something, or, like, that's it. That's outside of mistakes, right? That's outside of mistakes. But, like, all you have to do here if you're Void is 1, not feed, and 2, not feed. Because all you need to do is wait for this clock to hit 0, and then stand in the middle of the point and hit Q. And then, like, Fissure will get his ult, and you can maybe play around that. Luffy will eventually get another nano boost if it goes that long. But, like, look what happens here. Like, Fissure goes super deep. 3 seconds left. Not only is this right here like a 5-man EMP if he just goes invis, like, he doesn't have to be here right now. He can pop like a 5 or 6-man EMP. They can throw an Annonade on them when they're capping, and then just jump a Winston in there and hit Q on the Diva. And, like, it's actually that simple. Like, this whole team needs to get on the point right now. So it's pretty hard to miss the Annonade, like, right? Like, if you throw the Annonade at the point, it's gonna hit someone, right? And then you just have a Winston come clean them up. A Winston that actually almost has Primal Rage. Okay, so instead, Void throws this, Void throws his self-destruct into the back when the point's being capped. It does literally nothing. Who are you kills Luffy now? And then, like, okay, Primal Rage is gonna come out, but it's like 1v6 now. And the EMP didn't accomplish anything, and Birdring's like outside of spawn. So, like, this is actually such poor form from Kongdu Panthera because this game was won. Like, actually won, I think. So this is really, really bad to watch, I guess. I don't know. Like, it's just, like, why does this happen? Like, why wasn't this preventable? And, like, people need to get off their high horses with the Korea's #1 garbage because people saying that Rogue are, like, not top tier or, like, will, I don't know, make these same mistakes. Like, this is a pretty big mistake. Like, realistically, the entire team should have won this. Like, this was a very, very, like, winnable, gifted situation that Kongdu Panthera could have just 3-0'd Lunatic instantly and just, like, taken their free win. But yeah, you could throw your Diva ult straight up. You don't even have to throw it. You could literally just plop it on the middle where Eska's standing right now. Just hit Q and stand there, and they would have had to have gotten off. And then throw an Annonade, EMP the Genji, literally EMP the Genji or the Winston, and the fight is over. And you just kill them. But, like, this is like a really, I mean, they wound up losing, so they were probably tilted after this. Like, this was probably like the moment where they broke because they tilted because they threw away the biggest lead that they could have taken. Like, I don't know. This is like one of those, like, when people are like, oh my god, Crew's so good, West is screwed, Rogue can't do this. Like, no, this is 100% a team would have capitalized on this and taken that 3-0 win, and that's a huge mistake. Did they pause? What happened here? Where's the second round? Is there like a pause here? There is a pause here. Whatever. I'm over it. I'm not over it, but that's like not the way you want to lose a game. And you see, like, the D.Va is just playing this escort service for the Ana. Now the Ana is alive. And Rascal has to commit so hard, he just feeds. And that's why Zumba is D.Va God. No, EMP and self-destruct was 100% enough. They just needed to kill. They could have EMP'd the Genji, and that would be it. Like, that's it. You just EMP the Genji, and you kill the Genji, and the fight is literally over. You guys win. I'm pretty sure that they're tilted now, though. But they're running normal dive KDP, and they're running Ana defense on Lunatic High. I think you can get away with Ana defense here because it's stationary. Like, stationary defenses, I think Ana's probably better than Zen in some weird way, because, I mean, you just sit up on the high ground and shoot, but I like this rotation from Lunatic High. They just go over to the left side wall. KDP pushes right, because I think that they knew that that was coming. But you really do need to kill Jaehong. Pub teams would have won that. I mean, in that scenario, maybe. Like, if you put... I mean, you could probably argue that if you put a bunch of GM players in the game to, like, replace the KDP players, that they could have survived that. I wouldn't really disagree with you. Just in that one space for those 10 seconds, maybe. But I don't think the pub team would have held them that long. But they definitely would have... You could definitely argue that they wouldn't have made the mistake at the last 3 seconds that they did. But, whatever. So KDP is fine. I don't know. Luffy Pop Trans probably regrets it now, but they need Birdring to hit a Pulse Bomb. Like, a Pulse Bomb will win them. He doesn't even hit it. They're, like, rushing it. Like, realistically, you just hit that Pulse Bomb and you win. Good sound barrier. Good attack visor. That's super value visor, actually. Just ran around them. But KDP popped a lot of ults there. I mean, like, I don't want to say they're tilting, but, like, this isn't good. They just popped everything and they got slammed by a sound barrier from Toby. They're, like, in full held territory now. Birdring really just needs to hit a Pulse Bomb. Like, it sounds dumb, but that's kind of the win condition. I think he's even playing too safe right now. Like, they need to take 2 fights, and if they only have 1, that's really bad. Because they don't. There's no way that they're winning this fight. Like, they're down positioning, unless Miro dies here. Okay, Miro's just going to die here. Like, talk about how they're not going to lose the fight, and then Miro just finds a way to die. Fisher's Winston's really good, I think. Like, just on a individual positioning and movement level. There's the Nano Blade to even things out. J-God almost killing the Winston there in like a 1v2. Alright, so they clutch it out here. Not the cleanest push. But again, this is actually like one of Lunatic High's better maps. So it's not that surprising. I think that the Sombra like caught them off guard a little bit too. That's why even Kung Di Bintera like had that opportunity. Man, losing a match because of a play like that is actually so sad. But again, like, Lunatic High's comp is so good at what they're doing right now. Just like delaying, delay. I've seen this happen so many times with Lunatic High. Like, they'll lose a fight, but one player will always be stalling out the point. Like, somehow there's only been 2 ticks this entire time, and Lunatic High is like still making a case for them knocking them off the point right now. Miro just Winstoning. Is that it? They get full held? Alright, well, their offense was bad, but I think a lot of that had to do with the tilt from the first half. Hard to tell, but I think that their defense probably broke their spirits because they were like, what? I don't know. That was one for the record books.